Lights FM.
106.7 Light FM, Cubby and Christine in the morning, and we have a dear friend in the building. It's our 22nd anniversary, Jojo, and you didn't even know it.
What?
I believe
How is that possible?
it was 2003 that you came to Z100, the station Christine and I used to work at, and sang in the conference room.
Oh, wow. That
Yeah.
might have been even before I put out my first single.
Well,
It
because
dropped in 2004.
Leave came out in 2004. You were signed in 03.
Yes.
And I think you were just recently signed.
Oh, my God.
And there you go. Now look at you.
And
You're
now
a
look at me.
superstar.
Yeah.
All right.
Here I am.
From Leave,
Wow.
Get Out to all the other hits, and you have new
Wow.
music out today.
Yes.
And a tour coming. Welcome, Jojo. We have a lot to talk about.
You guys.
Exciting.
It
What a-
feels good to be reunited. Thank
It
you.
is nice to see you.
Yeah. And you're living in New York now, we
Yes.
understand?
I'm a new New Yorker. I'm obsessed. I always wanted to live here, and now I'm living that dream.
Yeah.
Was your dream to be on Broadway? Because that is incredible. Moulin Rouge, you're running that show. Yeah.
That was so cool. I just got to do 2 runs in there. I did a few months in 2023 and then came back in 2024. And it was definitely a dream because I started doing musical theater as a kid. And I just think some of the best performers in the world are the people that do musical theater. So I'm just obsessed.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's wonderful. You've got to. You're coming back to Broadway. I mean, we'll hit everything in this interview, but
Yeah, we're going to hit
but
everything.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
But just wondering if you're
Yeah, hint.
planning a return to
I
Broadway.
am planning. Yes, there's some things coming up and in development. I'm super hyped.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And tell everybody about the new music that dropped today. Jojo, new music.
It's my EP and
Yep.
GL, which is not going to lie, and it is so good. I just think people should listen to it. I have the song that we're focusing on right now is called "Ready to Love," and after I had my first experience on Broadway, I was so energized, and I felt like I was just on a natural high. I loved being a part of that community, and I felt so inspired being on the East Coast, and I just wanted to see what would happen when I went into the studio with some friends. I went to LA where I was living, and we just camped out for a while, made some music, and music is meant to be shared. And I've been very precious with putting things out, and I've been I just want to make sure it's the right time, and I want to make sure that it's blah blah blah, and I kind of just want to put things out, and that's the spirit of it, because things have changed so much since I started in the industry, and I have a direct relationship with my fans, and it's so just this is for them, and this is an expression of where I was at when I wrote it, and feeling super empowered putting this out independently, and it's a new time, and it feels really good.
It sounds really good. And we
Thanks.
were checking out. It's just a snippet of the video that we can see at noon.
Yeah.
Did you selfie your video for your song? Because there's a lot of selfie action, and that just might be an Instagram.
Oh yeah,
post.
that's just the Instagram post.
Right. Okay. We thought,
That's just
interesting
an Instagram
choice
post.
for a video.
But yeah, not the video, but I did. What was really cool is that making the video was like a intersection of some different worlds that I'm a part of and that I love. Like the music video director is on Broadway and Sunset Boulevard. Actually, his name is Pierre. So, and then the choreographer is Tilly, and she's in The Outsiders. So we edited, we
wow.
shot the video on their day off because they're doing Broadway 8 times a week, and we edited at the Outsiders Theater, like in between a 2-show day. I took the train from uptown to downtown. I met them, and we edited in between shows. So it was cool, like making
That's exciting,
this music and doing it with my Broadway folks.
Nice.
Yeah, we checked out a few of the tracks already, and I can hear your music on a pop station. I can hear it on an urban station. It really kind of is all-encompassing.
Thanks. I mean, I feel like it's kind of a return, not a return, but like that's how I got my start. I mean, my first single was really crossover.
Yeah.
And I'm interested in things that feel like they are a synthesis of different inspirations, and I love R&B so much. I love pop too. I love hooks. So
Right.
I'm just having fun.
Like, who are you listening to these days? I mean, the usuals, like, Sabrina Carpenter's and
Oh,
Taylor
I
Swift's.
love Sabrina Carpenter. I love Doechii.
Uh-huh.
I love Chapel Roan. Is it Roan or Rowan?
I get
Is
stuck
this
on that too.
an
I
age-old question?
think it's technically Roan.
Roan.
Yeah.
But I tend to
yeah,
want
yeah.
to say
Roan.
Rowan.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
But it's Roan.
oh, it's Roan. It's one
Yeah.
syllable. Love, yeah. Who else? Leon Thomas on the more R&B side. Victoria Monet, SZA. I mean,
All the hits.
all the hits. Kendrick Lamar's new album, I love. I think it's a great time for music right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
One question I love to ask is what is the studio vibe like when you're recording? Do you like it nice and dark, or is it more of a party atmosphere?
It's somewhere in between. I'm not really. I don't really like to have a bunch of people around that don't need to be there.
Okay.
I actually really don't. I'm kind of a
We
down.
feel that some way, like every now and then, like even when we're doing interviews.
No,
Although
all the
we love all
time.
the people in this room.
No,
But
I
sometimes it can feel
completely-
weird. Yeah.
Period. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Because
Like,
people are just like staring at you.
it feels judgmental.
Right.
I'm like, if you're not can you leave? Like, what
Leave.
is?
Get out.
Can you get out right now?
Right now.
Yeah, it's the end.
It's the end
of this thing.
Yes.
So, I just like sometimes it just wears me out. So I
It's
kind
just
of
too little, too late sometimes.
Come on, Cubby. You're really nailing it. I don't know. It's more like I like to just really hone in with the people that I'm creating with, and I like there to be food, and I like there to be hydration, and I like there to be,
You're not like a green M&M person. I only want green M&M.
No, you're kidding me. No, I am the person that will bring the healthy snacks.
Oh.
Like, I'm like, ooh, have you tried these protein chips, or have you tried this electrolyte beverage, or you tried this chagachino?
And everyone's
Here,
like,
let me.
"Boo."
Yeah. I'm like, hey guys, I made my own almond milk. You want to try? I'm like, I was milking these cashews at 2 a.m. and everyone's like, cool story, Joe.
Tell me about your tattoos. Christine, when we first met Jojo 22 years ago, she didn't
Yes.
have any tattoos. I think you have 20 tattoos, roughly?
I don't know. I haven't counted. They're just like, it's funny. I have a tattoo removal session today
Oh,
at 5 p.m. before I go to the opera. I'm going to the opera tonight.
Wow.
that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, tell me, like, what's your
tattoo
favorite tattoo,
removal.
and tell me a story behind one of your faves.
My favorite, I really like my bluebird right here. I got this in Toronto when I was recording my album called Good to Know, which came out maybe 5 years ago. Like at the pandemic. It was like right as the pandemic hit. I'm like, good timing.
Right.
But I got this bluebird because my mom had this crystal bluebird that she put in our window, and it represented it was the bluebird of happiness. It represented keeping depression away. And she struggled, inside her mind for a lot of her life, and she's in an amazing place right now. But this is the bluebird of happiness, and I just think the artist that did such an amazing job. So I love it.
It
It's
is
my fave.
gorgeous.
Thanks.
And inspiring.
And
I like the story
I have a
behind it.
lot of color tattoos. Sometimes, people just choose to do all black tattoos, and that's beautiful too. But I just love color.
Yeah.
So who's got to go? Or maybe you don't want to
Right,
tell
what's
the
being
story of
removed
like,
today?
yeah.
This is I have a lot of little finger tattoos that are just kind of like, I have one inside here.
They start to fade.
Yeah, that's already, I've had 2 sessions, so I'm probably gonna have a total of like 8 to 12 sessions to get them completely gone. So this is going. I'm working on this. I'm getting my dinosaur removed. I'm getting some finger tattoos removed.
What hurts worse, the
Yeah.
removal or the tattoo?
I can't put into words, Cubby, how painful tattoo removal is.
Oof.
It's as if you are getting gnawed on by like flaming hot razor blades, or like you're being like a hot rubber band is flicking at you over and over
She
again.
must really hate a tattoo if you want to remove.
Seriously.
I put a
You
Band-Aid
know-
over that.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this,
Yeah.
but it's just a feeling, and I just need to feel alive.
And take breaks.
Right.
Say that you need a breather.
Yeah.
So do you cover a lot of this in your book? Because I know you have your memoir.
Yes.
Did you just do a book tour? And
I did. I did a book tour. It was actually while I was doing Moulin Rouge
Wow.
last time, and my fans supported it in an amazing way. It became a New York Times bestseller, which I was absolutely not expecting, and it has really been a beautiful experience in reminding me how vulnerability can really connect you with people, because I feel like in sharing my stories, I've gotten closer, even with my own friends and family and team, and certainly with my fans. They're telling me some things that they've struggled with, whether it's addiction or family stuff or relationship stuff and career stuff. So it's been really cool. And yeah, I talk a little bit about tattoos or choices, but really it's like just patterns that have shown up time and time again in my life, and even seeing where certain things started, like family of origin stuff. And I'm just so curious about it all. And I wanted to write this book because it was going to be the 20th anniversary of my first album last year in 2024. And so to kind of commemorate it and start to make sense of things, I wanted to write a book. So I gave it a shot, and I learned just by diving in and having a great editor who really held my hand through the process.
Can I ask you one more throwback question?
Yeah.
And this actually might be in the book. You have done a lot of acting.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people remember RV.
Yeah.
It was a big standout. You played Robin Williams' daughter. What was it like working with Robin Williams?
It was something just unforgettable, and I got one of my best friends out of it. His daughter Zelda is like a sister to me now, and she's directed music videos for me, and I had the song on her soundtrack. She just made her directorial debut with Lisa Frankenstein, and Robin was the first to arrive to set and the last to leave. He taught me a lot about work ethic, about kindness, about presence. He really made everybody feel that he was really listening to them, because I think he was. And I think he was observing and learning and taking things in. I think he was a channel, a true genius. Like, to be in his presence was really unbelievable. And he was just the smartest, funniest person that I've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
And it was almost overwhelming to be, around a presence like that, because and I had the pleasure of like spending holidays with his
Really?
family, because I was so close with Zelda, and then became, close with that family. And so, yeah, it was just really unreal. And to be honest, I haven't watched any of his movies since he passed. So I think enough time now has passed where I really do want to watch like Patch Adams again. And I do want to watch
Good Morning Vietnam. Us radio
good-
people.
Yes, exactly. I really need to go back. It was just too
The old
tender.
Mork and Mindy's too. Did you ever watch Mork and Mindy?
No,
it was
I
way
never
before
did.
your time, but
Yeah.
you can stream it now, and
Yes.
those were great episodes in the 70s
I
and 80s.
have to
Yeah.
see that.
Before we go, we have a tour to talk about too, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about a tour coming up in February.
February 22nd is the first date. We kick it off in Nashville. This is the Too Much to Say tour. I wrote a book, and so I was like, am I oversharing? Is this too much to say? Or like, nah, this is just what it is. But so this is definitely going to be the best set we've ever put together. Yes, it's the new music, but of course we're taking things back as well. So February 22nd in Nashville, then we're ending in Miami. We added 7 more dates. We were going to end in New York at the end of March, but now we're going to go through like mid-April or early April and ending in Miami. So
Any
if you're-
surprise collaborations?
I don't
that
know. I
happen?
guess you'll have to pop out.
All
You'll
right,
have to
all
see. But I'm like I mentioned, I love what's going on in music. Like right now, I think it's so dope. So maybe a few covers here and there too, and just having fun with it.
Yeah.
We love
So, right, Terminal 5, March 29th.
Terminal 5 is
Oh,
the
right.
New York date. Yes.
Yeah,
For
so
Cubby and me.
it's
Come
about to
out.
be a busy end of winter, early spring for you.
Yeah.
And all of 2025 seems busy.
It is going to be. I think it's going to be good. I mean, it's you never know. Things unexpected things happen all the time.
Right.
But I have a good feeling. So
Well, we're happy to have you back. Congrats on the new music.
Thank
Give it
you.
up
Good
to
for
see you.
JoJo.
thank you
everybody.
guys for having me. Thank you.
106.7 Lights FM.